Well. It took 20 long episodes. 20 long episodes to finally get to this point, but it was worth the damn wait. And that is, Chinatsu finally has come out and admitted her feelings, and we now know as an audience, she likes Taiki. Now, she defines her way of liking Taiki in her own unique way of I don't like him yet in the way, to the point I'm, in love with the guy, but I clearly have feelings for him, so... Look, man, it's finally great to do it, and then you just have it to where Taiki's being around other girls, and clearly she's, mostly Karen's sister, Ayume, and she's taking things the wrong way, and it's getting her jealous. So, clearly, she has an effect. Clearly, I think the love is a lot more than just, I don't really know, but okay, yeah, sure, alright, sure. But when Ayumi's all over Taiki, you're getting all jealous, and you're doing things that are out of character for you, so... Regardless, this was a great episode of Blue Box, and honestly, I kind of somewhat predicted where the show was going. Where the next episode was gonna go, because if you remember from my last week episode review, I was wondering, after the incident, if Karen was gonna have a sit down conversation with Chinatsu, and I've been saying throughout the course of the episodes, I think Karen at some point is gonna have a heart to heart moment with Chinatsu and just be like, hey, look, if you like Taiki, you might as well tell him, you just can't let him, be single forever. If you want him, you gotta go get him. You can't let him get snatched up by another girl, which... Funny enough, we have that conversation moment between Karen and Chinatsu in this episode. So again, Chinatsu is moving back in after her grandfather got taken care of, but she's actually going to be staying over at Karen's for the night, because realistically they haven't had, time together, because she's always busy doing her modeling stuff, and obviously Chinatsu is still in frickin' high school. So there's that, right? So, you kind of have it to where they're a little bit awkward and everything with each other. She gives him a look, he gives her a look, and then he kind of just is, doing what he needs to do and stuff like that. But he wants to tell her about the play, and then she immediately just walks out the door, as if she wants nothing to do with it. Now, we know Taiki wants to tell her, hey... we didn't kiss. If you think I like her like that, and the rumors that are going on between me and Hina, they're completely false. I do not like her like that in that type of way, and nor did I kiss her. I just want you to know. But she's obviously avoiding it because, one, she's kind of shook up about it, and she's also a little bit jealous because she, again, at the end of the day, she still doesn't know how Taiki truly feels about Hina. And I'm guessing deep down she thinks that he does like her in a way. She just doesn't know, if he likes her. So that's the thing and everything. You do get this funny scene where to one of Taiki's captains listen, I'll take care of you, don't worry, if people are gonna start spewing them rumors about you, well then guess what, I will freaking be there to defend you and make sure those rumors don't spread any further, right? So, I found that to be quite hilarious, right then and there. And Taiki's like, okay, you don't have to do that, but okay. And then it's funny because they end up watching a little bit of what Hina's doing with her gymnastics, and immediately she can tell, she's being watched. And then she legitimately is like, the watching fee is 4,000 yen, please, so give me my money. And Taiki's like, wait, it went up? And she's just like, simple, because there's another person watching me. And I'm just like, okay, see, this is, that honestly got me cracking up. I was honestly dying of fucking laughter when she said, when she pointed out that, when she pointed out that, reference, right? So, I found that to be quite hilarious. So listen, I'll take it. I will take it. But yes. Anyways. We then get the conversation with Karen and Chinatsu. And essentially, Karen basically asked Chinatsu straight up to her face, like, "Hey, do you like anybody?" or something like that. And essentially, Chinatsu, she starts to get a little bit flustered, and she's like, "Well, yeah, I do like somebody." And she's like, and Karen's just like, "Oh," and then she's like, "Is it Taiki?" And then she's like, "Yeah, it's him." And the thing is, she's like, "But it's not the way you think I like him. Like, I like him, but I have to figure some things out." And she kind of basically alludes it to a diagram of like a freaking plant and everything. She's like, "I growingly like him. I've started to get, like him, you know." And she goes back how she mentions, like, at first he was just a guy that always would go to the gym early, but then the more I got to know him and the more I got to talk to him and the more I got to hang out with him, I really started to see he was actually a really cool guy, and he's a very nice dude and everything, and I started to, like that about him and start to like him. But she goes on to say, and again, it's like my whole thing, it's like, from what I expected, she feels like she can't be in a relationship because she's strictly focused on basketball. She feels like until basketball is basically over with, she's done playing the sport, like she can freaking actually like focus on her on maybe romance, right? So she has that feeling, and she feels like she would have no time for any romance stuff, which makes kind of no sense in my opinion. I get where she's coming from, but it's like, if you like a guy, like, you shouldn't be holding yourself back because you play a sport. And I think it's probably because she's very self-aware of her image too, because we know, like, she has an overprotective friend when it comes to guys, and then she's arguably one of the most popular girls in their class or in their school. So if it came out she was dating basically her junior, well, how would other people feel about that? People would probably be talking about it all the time, like, "Oh, how the hell is Chinatsu senpai dating Taiki Inamane? Why is he so dang special?" I think it's also like her being very socially aware and awkward about it and not confident in herself, that she doesn't feel like she could handle that pressure of other people saying, like, "Hey, why are you dating this guy?" or something like that. But basically she says, like, until like it fully sprouts and I realize, that's when I will find out if I truly, like, I guess you could say in her case, love him. But it's clear on her face the moment when Karen asked her, like, "Is it Taiki you like?" and she clearly like scrunched up and got flustered and legitimately said, legitimately say, like, strictly, like, just strictly, what's his face, hold on, I gotta think, strictly the whole thing of just like, okay, no, you like him, like, it's clear, like, you like him. So it doesn't matter the way Chinatsu's trying to portray it, it's clear she's in love with him, or in love with Taiki. And then she even says later in the conversation, like, when I saw the play happen and everything, and the thing that came out of the play, like, it honestly, like, shocked me a lot. And in a weird way, you could see, like, she was kind of a little bit jealous, maybe a little bit upset, because it's like, why, and especially with the fact that the rumors are going around school and everything and stuff like that. But then that's when Karen basically is like, "Look, hey, I can understand, I guess I can relate to you, But Karen does make the mention to Chinatsu saying like, hey, just letting you know, you don't want to wait too long because you don't want him to be get taken away. So you might basically kind of want to realize, what you want and everything. So there's that. So yeah, but so basically that's the thing that came out of that conversation. And honestly, I'm glad that Karen basically told her like, hey, that's great. I want you to have a wonderful love. I want you to find that thing that will make you fall for Taiki. But at the end of the day, it's like, you got to realize, like, he's not going to be wasting time on you if you won't reciprocate your feelings back to him. And if you wait too long, well, then he's going to get snatched up by somebody else. And then also she's like, look, as long as you're just not like my goddamn sister, I'm good. So you have a good heart. You got a right space. I hope you find your love for Taiki and you have a wonderful relationship, right? And then obviously Chinatsu's like, wait, what do you mean by you don't want me to be like your sister? And we find out that the pigtail navy or indigo haired girl is Karen's sister, Ayume. And when I saw it, I was like, you can't be serious, bro. And it seems like she's kind of like a girl that just breaks up with dudes only to date them, then breaks up with them, dates, breaks up. And it's like she drops people, or she drops people, right? I wouldn't say she's getting passed around, but you can make the argument she's passing herself around like that, right? And yeah, so that's the thing. So then the following day, Ayume ends up being, Ayume ends up being the new badminton team manager, and all the guys are basically simping. They're like, oh, she's so cute and everything, but Haruyu's like, now she's over here. She's like, where's that one kid that was in the thing? Was in the freaking tournament? He had like freaking gray blondish hair type of thing, And they're like, oh, you're talking about Yusa? He goes to another school, and she's like, what? So then she's like, well, I guess this was a waste of time. And she looks like she's going to stop being the team manager. But then the boys start saying like, well, we could see him around every now and then, because especially we go out to tournaments. And she's like, really? Oh, then I'm in. And it's funny because Haru's like, Ayume, what are you doing? And they're like, wait, Haru, how do you know her? And he's like, dog, this is my girlfriend's little sister. So it's pretty funny. Now I don't know if Chinatsu knows that Ayume is in the same school as them. I don't know, but it's weird how. Regardless, it's still funny to see this, right? It's still funny to see. Actually, speaking of Chinatsu, way before, like the other characters were the basketball characters, or the basketball team was looking at Taiki and Hina talking, and in which we do get an interesting moment. Hina comes up to Taiki, and basically, Taiki's like, you probably should get away because I don't want the rumors to get started up and everything. And then she's like, we can make it official so the rumors can go away. AKA making the mention like, we could just start dating and get it out the way, right? So I found that to be absolutely, I found that to be absolutely hilarious. So, there's that and everything. I found that to be funny. I found that to be absolutely hilarious. And then also too, another funny thing was the basketball girls were looking at them. They're doing the thing, and then obviously Chinatsu's basketball buddy was like, "Hey Chi, what's your thoughts about this?" And then Chinatsu isn't paying attention. She shoots the ball, and she's like, I shot it like Curry, aka Stephen Curry from the NBA, which tonight, after I'm recording this on Thursday, he dropped 56 points. So, hey, maybe Chinatsu said, I was just like Curry with something, but I absolutely found that hilarious. I'm like, so in the blue box world, Stephen Curry is in the blue box series, in the blue box anime, which I absolutely found hilarious. But regardless, Taiki has to show Ayume a way, basically around the way of being on the or handling the task of being like the manager of the badminton team. So they go to the storage room and she makes the mention like, I gotta clean all this and everything, right? And she moves one of the bags and there's a spider and she's scared of bugs, or mostly spiders, so she's just like my sister, right? I guess she has arachnophobia, but she starts to lean all over Taiki. Chinatsu walks by and she's like, Taiki, what are you doing right now? Why is she freaking crying? What did you do? And Taiki's like, I did nothing. I swear I did nothing. She just saw a spider and she got scared. And obviously, Ayume, please get this rid of the spider. Get rid of the spider. Throw it away. And Chinatsu does something out of character. She literally grabs a tissue paper and she throws the spider out. Now, Taiki makes the mention. He's like, why would Chinatsu senpai do that? Like, it makes no sense for her to do that because, you know, it makes no sense for her to do that. She's afraid of bugs too. And the reason why she did that is because she's jealous. She was jealous of the fact that Ayume was all over Taiki like that. And then at the end of the episode, he's also showing her how to do the scoring for badminton. And, you know, the thing is, she's pretty damn close to Taiki. And Taiki's like, hey, can you back up a bit? I don't want the freaking badminton player team, you know, guys, to get the wrong impression and everything and stuff like that. And then that's when Ayumi's like, wait, oh yeah, you're the guy that played the prince in the freaking play. Yeah. She's like, look, it don't matter. Who cares? And he's like, okay, I appreciate that, but like, could you please keep your distance? Because Taiki's being socially aware. He doesn't want other people to get the wrong idea. And again, another bug just shows up out of the blue, out of nowhere, and Ayume gets afraid and she jumps all over Taiki, and Taiki's like, hey, can you get off me, please? And then freaking Chinatsu, you know, he turns around and he sees Chinatsu walking up. Chinatsu sees this and she sees him getting held, like, you know, Ayumi's all around him, right? And before Taiki's like, it's not what you think, she immediately just turns around and starts walking the other way. I'm just like, bruh, come on, yo. Absolutely insane, man. I was crying of laughter. I'm like, this man straight up just like, she's straight up like, yeah, no, I'm not, no. And probably it's because she's seeing this and she's getting very jealous of the fact that Ayume is hanging all over, you know, Taiki. And, you know, obviously in Chinatsu's eyes, she's seeing Taiki and she must be thinking like, oh, so now because he was a prince or whatever, all these girls are coming after him now. So maybe also Chinatsu's wondering, like, does Ayume like Taiki or something? So that's funny. That was funny. Also, I did find it funny later or earlier on in the episode, Ayume was going to refill like the water jug or whatever, and she comes across Hina and everything, right? And then Hina, she takes off her jacket and Hina gets a good look at Ayumi's chest, so it's implied that Ayumi's got big tits or something like that, or good sized tits in terms of, like, I guess a high schooler's case, right? And freaking Hina's looking at that and she's like, I already lost. And so I found that to be funny. So regardless, it's just great to see that Chinatsu finally admits to her feelings, and there's that. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Blue Box content or any other anime content upload to the channel. And until then, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in this video. Peace.